4 years ago, I packed my bags and baggages and I came to the United Kingdom. And 4 years down the line, I've had so many lessons, I've learned so many lessons, and I have a lot of regrets as well. In this video today, I'm going to be sharing with you all the lessons I've learned in the living in the UK in the last 4 years, and also a few of the regrets that I have. And one thing that stands significantly for me is that you have to take control of your life in the UK. Otherwise, the system will control your life for you. Stay with me as I share these lessons with you. Hi, my name is Chinenye Eze. It's your girl again. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much. You know I love you so much. Thank you for joining me again. If you are a new subscriber, we have a lot of new family members. Thank you for joining the family. On this channel, we talk about everything about navigating life in the UK. And today I'm going to be sharing what I've learned so far in the last 4 years of living in the UK. Stay tuned. The very first thing that I've learned so far is the power of community. The very first people that welcome you when you come into the UK goes a long way to determine how far you go, because they'll be dishing you with a lot of advice and their experiences. So it kind of help you to shape, like it shapes your mind. And if you are not careful, if these advices are not if they are not positive, it might affect you for some time until you probably research or you find somebody else to tell you something otherwise. So you have to be very, very, very careful when it comes to this. That being said, you need a community, whether you're going to get it in a faith-based community or at work or the people you live with or maybe the people you came in with. You just need a community. This place can be so boring, and then communities will really, really help you. So be careful. I'm going to say be careful of the kind of advice you get from people, and be careful who you share your dreams with. Someone once told me that she wanted to start a business and she told a friend of hers, this is what I want to do, this is what I want to do. And the person talked her down and said, don't do it, oh, don't do it. Told her different negative things, reasons why she shouldn't do it, and she didn't do it. Guess what? That same friend went ahead to do that business. So be careful who you share your dreams with. Some people don't want you to go ahead of them, so they will kill that dream. So just be careful about that. And also, when people tell you things, learn how to do your own research. Don't just take things hook, line, and sinker, because at the end of the day, you are for yourself. It's not anybody advising you, is only giving you their own point of view. It doesn't mean that you have to take it or not. So that's about community. Don't be afraid to start again. For instance, let's say a dependent who was a builder back home or an engineer back home, and when the person came in here, discovered that, oh, they have to do some exams, or they have to like do a one or two courses just to get back on track. Don't say, this course is too expensive, I'll do it later, or I'll do it later. Time runs very quickly. Time runs very fast. Before you know it is already 5 years and you're like, oh my god, how did we get here? So don't be afraid to start again. If you have to do that course, go and do it. If you have to go to the uni for a course, go and do it. Anything you need to do to start all over again, do not be afraid to start all over again, because you know what, whether you do that course or you don't do that course, the time is going to run anyways. So you are better off doing the course and knowing that 5 years down the line, you have done something with your time. Your work friends, they are not your friends. If anything happens, they will be the first person to open the ground and dig you into it. In fact, nothing needs to happen, they will be the first person to go and report you. Those things that you think that, oh, I'm sharing secrets, this person is my friend, oh, we are work besties, they play, they will remove shock in your leg and you will just fall down. They will be the ones to go and report you and say, this is what this person is doing, this is what this person said, because you were sharing secrets with them. Now you thought you have found friend. You are not your friend though. You know, maybe back home when somebody is smiling with you, they are smiling with you. This one, people are smiling with you, but they are hitting you with dagger at your back, they are axing your back, but they are smiling with you in front. When you leave the room, they will start talking bad about you. Do you get? Like, sometimes when I sit down in the break time and somebody walks into the room and they are like, oh, hello, hello, and once that person leaves, they start murdering the person with their words and talking ill about the person. I'm like, really? Somebody you just smiled with? No. So be very, very careful. When you see some people that say don't make friends at work, they know what they are saying. Don't say they are just saying their own. I know that a lot of people, some people have made genuine friendship at work and whatsoever, but those are exceptions. You have to be very, very careful when it comes to having work besties. Your work friends are not your friends. They have come to work, you have come to work. So let everybody face their work and leave all these unnecessary besties at work that end up putting people into premium tiers. Another thing to talk about is that don't expect too much from people.
Manage your expectations from people, especially when it has to do with, oh, this person is my uncle, this person is my auntie, this person is my brother, this person is from my village. Oh, I trust this person, he will do it. Don't trust anybody, they will disappoint you. You see that person that you think that is the closest person to you in this UK, that is the person that will disappoint you. So have an open mind, so that when it happens, you'll be like, it happens. Like, do you get, it happens? So you, that person that you think, oh, this person is a complete stranger, those are the people that will be the most benefits to you. So don't, when you know, when I was saying earlier on that don't generalize, people. Don't say, this person this. No, like, have an open mind and treat people openly, until you have had the first encounter, or the like an encounter with them, before you can now say, oh, this person is like this. Don't just say, this person is from my village, you do like, it's a lie. Now that person will disappoint you. So just be careful when it has to do with managing your expectations, especially when it has to do with, oh, this person is my community member, this person is from my family, this person is my, those are the people that will disappoint you.
Another thing that I have learned is that you are the captain of your ship. Run your race. Run a personal race. Don't You can be encouraged by others, you can be challenged, but to be honest, you decide how you want to run your life. If you This is what you want to do 1 year down the line, 2 years down the line, 5 years down the line, chart the course of what you want to do. Don't let anybody push you into doing what you don't want to do, or don't unnecessarily get yourself into doing things. To be honest, when you do it is when you are ready to do it, not when everybody is doing it. Growing up, I remember those days when DVD came out, VCD, and all of those things, and every home had it, only us. And my parents used to tell us then that it is when we are ready to buy that we will buy. The fact that everybody has it does not mean. So sometimes you don't have to do things because everybody is doing it. Oh, everybody is using the latest iPhone 16. Oh, everybody is getting cars on finance. Oh, everybody is buying house. Oh, everybody is doing this. No, you don't have to do it when everybody is doing it. You have to do it when it is the right time for you to do it, that you have set for yourself. So don't push yourself into an unhealthy competition. Just try as much as possible. You can be encouraged by what other people are doing, you can be challenged by what other people are doing, but please don't put yourself in any unhealthy competition. Do things when you need to do them, and that's just the best. Another lesson that I learned also is that your finances is very, very important. Like, it is something that you must get right from the word go. Your credit score is very important. If you are going to be buying, probably you're going to be getting on a mortgage at some point in your life, you need to build a good credit score. So credit score is very, very important. From the word get go, you need to build your credit score. How do you build your credit score? If you want me to do a separate video about this, I can do a separate video about this. I don't want to extend this video for too long. So building your credit score is very, very important. Taking a lot of finances on things. You don't have to take finance on everything. Like, you don't have to take finance on everything. And taking a finance on a car, weigh your cost. Like, am I ready to take this finance, or am I doing it because everybody is doing it? Always ask yourself, this thing I want to do, am I doing it because everybody is doing it, or because I want it? Ask yourself it and give yourself a sincere answer. Don't just say, because I need it. But calm down and tell yourself the truth. Do I really need this? As an individual, as a family, do we really need this? And if you're able to answer all of these questions, you will not be making unnecessary financial mistakes. Another thing is that you have to decide if you want to go on a mortgage and when you want to go on a mortgage. So for us, for instance, now we got onto a mortgage almost, I think, about 20 months, close to 2 years, when we go into the UK. And it was something that we had decided in the first year that we came into the UK. Oh, this is what we want to do, and this is how we're going to achieve it. So from the word go, we started setting money aside, we started planning, we started saving, we started delaying things, gratification, which is another point that I'm going to get to. We started delaying some things, like, oh, this bag is fine, I love this bag, oh, this gold is beautiful, I love it, but I don't need it now because there's something I'm saving for that we want to achieve in another 1 year, in another 2 years. So decide how you want to do these things and do it. Don't procrastinate. Time runs very quickly, so please don't procrastinate. Straight into delaying gratification is very, very important. It's very easy to be carried away. A lot of people are traveling to Albania, France, holiday in Paris, ship cruise. All those things are beautiful. But if you know that you've got financial commitment of something you're probably saving towards, maybe you want to get on a mortgage, you want to buy a car, or whatsoever you want to do, if you know that taking those holidays, those big holidays, is going to affect your savings, you can delay it. I mean, France is not running away. Paris is not running away. So you can always go there later on in life. So if you know that if you do it now, it's going to affect your savings or your long-term plans, save it for now and do what you need to do. Then later on, you can always go for those holidays. So now beware of ancestors. When I mean ancestors, I mean people that have been in the UK for maybe 20 years, 30 years, and all of that, or 10 years. Beware of ancestors. But if you find a good ancestor, please hold them tightly. Don't let them run away. Hold them very tightly because they might help you to gain grounds faster. Like information is key. Very, very important. If there's one lesson that you take away from this video, remember that information is key. One information that you get can transform your life forever in the UK. So if you find somebody who has information or who constantly gives you information to improve your life, please hold them tightly. But now be on the flip side of it, beware of ancestors that thinks like they know but they don't know, or that think that know. I don't know how to say, but just beware of ancestors. Some people think that they have the right information, but to be honest, that right information is not right for you, because what might be right for Mr. A might not be right for Mr. B. Number one, rules change every day. Talk about immigration rules. It changes every day in the UK. So information that somebody had 5 years ago might not be relevant for you anymore 5 years down the line. So you have to be careful who you are taking advice from. So if somebody is telling you that, oh, this is the fact and this is how it works, this is what you need to do before you can buy a house in the UK, you need to have spent 5 years, you need to have your ILR, and they tell you this thing because I've been in the UK for 10 years. Be careful. Be careful the kind of advice that you get from people, because some people would tell you this advice not because they are bad, not because they want to harm you, but because they don't know themselves. They are only telling you what they know. So that's why I said earlier on that do your findings. Don't just take things hook, line, and sinker to say, this man has been here for 20 years. He knows the right thing to do. No, he might not know the right thing to do. So always do your due diligence and always do your research. Another thing is that don't generalize people. I know that a lot of people have had bad experiences. For instance, when we came into the UK, a family friend were going to stay with us, and some people said that, oh, don't bring people into your house, especially when people are coming from back home, from Nigeria, and they want to come and stay. They say they want to stay for 1 month. Before you know it, 1 month will become 3 months. Before you know it will be 6 months. Before you know it, they're already living with you permanently, and it becomes very hard to take them away. People have had terrible and I mean, I've heard stories and I'm like, God, this is terrible. People have had bad experiences, but be that as it may, please don't generalize people. Give people the benefit of doubt, and still don't throw caution to the wind. Do not throw caution to the wind. When you are giving people the benefit of doubt, don't throw caution to the wind, because some people will want to play on your intelligence. Some people will think that they are smart and they want to outsmart you. So you be one step ahead of them, and do not don't me saying this does not mean that you have to open your doors to everyone that knocks at it. Please guide your boundary, like have your boundaries and stick to it. Have your boundaries and stick to it. Now, straight into this one, which is very important. If you are a couple, please work together. Work as one. Some people back home, or some families back home, the way the dynamics work is that the man is the sole provider of the home, or one person is the sole provider of the home and the other person is this and that. But when you come to the UK, remember that both of you have to work hand in hand. This one is not a matter of 50-50 sharing of bills, because I've heard a lot of stories about people are sharing bills 70-30, 40-60. I've not come to tell you the formula to use to share bills in your home. You decide what you want to do in your homes, because the truth about it is that every home is different, every home is peculiar, and what you do in your home is not what I'm going to do in my home. What I do in my home it's not going to work for you in your home as well. So everybody do you. But what I'm saying is that couples should work hand to hand. If you work together as a couple, you go far. But if one person is doing another thing, another person is doing another thing, you go slowly. You will not be able to achieve things. You will not be able to get on a mortgage if you want to get a mortgage on time. You will not be able to do things on time. It just slows you down. So there's no point. Couples should work together. If you are in the country already, or if you're planning to come into the UK, know this and know peace. This is something that is going to help you, and it's one lesson that I have learned as well in the UK. Now, I'm going to go straight into the few regrets that I have. So, one of it is that I didn't drive on time. I regret not taking my driving seriously and not passing my driving test on time to be able to drive on time in the UK, because it has really limited me in a lot of ways. Like, I want to go somewhere, I want to do things, I'll be like, oh, I don't drive. I don't want to stress anybody. Let me just stay. So not driving in the UK on time is one thing that I really regret not doing. Another thing that I regret also is that, I told you that we got on a mortgage on time. One thing that I regret is that we probably didn't buy a bigger house. But to be honest, it's not a regret, but it's just something that, when you just sit back, sometimes you'll be like, well, maybe we could have bought a bigger house. But to at that point in time, we didn't have the means to do it, or we probably could have stretched ourselves, but we didn't want to stretch ourselves. We just wanted to do something that would be convenient for us as a family and as an individual. So really, those are the few regrets that I have. If you have any lessons that you have learned or things that you regret not doing on time, please share it in the comment section. You just might be helping somebody. If you do not take anything away from this video, please remember that community is important. Build strong communities if you are in the UK, and do not take your finances with levity. Track your expenses, track your spendings, and pay yourself first by saving. Save first before you start spending. Also remember, you can delay gratification. You don't have to go on that expensive holiday now. You still can go next year. You still can go in 2 years' time. That holiday is not going to run away. And if there's anything that you want me to do a video about, please leave it in the comment section. If you have watched this video up to this point and you have not subscribed, you are wrong. What are you doing? Hit on that subscribe button so that when there's a new video upload, you'll be the first person to be notified. Thank you very much, and please like this video so that YouTube can suggest the video to more people. Thank you for watching, and stay blessed.